This video is brought to you by Ready, Set, Game.
What's up, YouTube? This is your man Jay. You're watching the Power Up Review, and this is yet another episode of Bullet Addicts. Today we are covering yet another Psikyo shooter on the Sega Saturn, the original Gunbird. Now, this game does have a better-known sequel on the Sega Dreamcast, but today we're going to be looking at the original one. I am playing this via Action Replay Cart, which allows me to play imports. And we're going to do very easy, so I don't embarrass myself. You have 5 characters to choose from. Let's try Yuan Nang. Now, the only returning character in Gunbird 2 is Marion, the witch girl. Now, like most Psikyo games, you pick up P's to power up. Just like the original Gunbird, you can have a charge shot if you hold down the shot button. But there is no melee attacks on this one like there is in Gunbird 2, and no special gauge. You do have bombs, of course. Each character has their own shot patterns and their own bombs, which is always good for Psikyo shooter games. It gives the player a lot of variety. And like the second Gunbird, this one has wrong button. This one has transforming bosses as well. Which that never gets old. Apparently in the arcade version there is no voiceovers on low cutscenes too, so it's a nice addition for the Sega Saturn version. Unfortunately the Dreamcast version doesn't have it, which kind of stinks. But that game does have extra characters. I believe 5, and then 2 hidden characters, Morgan and Ein from the original Sengoku Blade. Those are pretty cool. Is that usually the first stage is picked at random. I was playing earlier and I started as a totally different stage, which is kind of cool. And I think that's another thing that Psikyo does. I think depending on the character and the difficulty maybe that you choose, I'm not too sure exactly what determines it. I do like the pirates' designs better in the second Gunbird than this one. I think this boss is pretty cool. This title is actually brought to, distributed by, or published by Atlas instead of Capcom, like Gunbird 2. Atlas also published Sengoku Blade, Episode 2, Sengoku Ace. So instead of getting a potion in the second one, and this one you're trying to piece together a magic mirror. And also what I do like about Psikyo's games is that you can always adjust the difficulty, and so it gives a wider audience to play the game. I have friends that like to play Gunbird and Gunbird 2, and they enjoy it. They're not exactly like shooter fans or bullet hell fans, but they just like to enjoy the game, so you pump that difficulty down low and everybody can enjoy it.
俺様のマシンに勝てるつもりか。
任せたよエース。目に物見せておやり。
If you haven't guessed it, this is an import, so it's a Japanese game. Apparently there is a Gunbird collection on PlayStation 2 that you can pick up. Don't know if that was released here in the States, but I know there is an English version, so maybe a European version might be out there. Ooh, caught. Oh, I just ran into that bullet. I think there's maybe like 5-6 stages, and I think if you clear it on normal, only using one continue, you get to do a second run through harder, just like the second Gunbird. I think there's a couple games that Psikyo does that too. Let's see. This continues, starts me at the beginning of the stage. Not sure if you continue if it takes me to the beginning because I'm towards the end of the game maybe, or if that's how this whole game is. I'm not too sure. Them peas. And if you also, I think if enemy runs into you, you get powered down, just like the second Gunbird. And also the same thing happens in Sengoku Ace, which I think is a cool mechanic. Stops cheap deaths. I always love the boss design in these games too. They always look great. They always have a certain charm to them. Well, I think that's it for this episode of Bullet Addicts. Definitely, if you're into shooters and you can play imports on a Sega Saturn, definitely pick this game up. I think it usually averages, actually I think it's going up in price, but usually averages maybe around $30-40. So again, this is Jason, and thanks for watching.